I'm Caitlin E, and welcome back to the Lit Review. Today, we're filming the bestest thing to film if you can't take a hint from the shirt. But it's my LitLand game. I'm bringing it back. September LitLand, friends. We haven't done this since April, because I disappeared again. But I'm back. Kinda. But if you've never been here before, this is my TBR game, or how I pick what I want to read for a given month. I pull 4 different cards that are going to take me across the board based on these colorful squares. Kind of inspired by Candyland, but it's grown a lot since that original adaptation. And the last time we were together, our main man, Wilbur, the little porcelain pig, was like right here. So we're pretty close to finishing some stuff off. At least I hope. But as always, I do like to try to wrap things up with you and really quickly let you know how things went. But it's been a while since I've done LitLand, so in a way, it's impressive that I'm still gonna take a punishment. Here's my little notebook where I keep everything. Because there was one book out of like the 7 that I didn't read since April, so I will be taking a punishment this game. But I did finish Siren Queen by Nouveau. Also finished The Shadow Commission by David Mack. Did finish Slave to Sensation by Nalini Singh and The Way You Hold Me by Elle Wright. Also finished People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Everything I Need I Get From You by Caitlin Tiffany. That was a nonfiction. I did not finish Know My Name by Chanel Miller, which I don't think is deeply shocking because I desperately want to read that book. It's actually one of my 5-star predictions for 2023, but I know it's going to be a really hard one to sit through. And lo and behold, it was a hard one to get through. So that's what I'm taking a punishment for not finishing this month. So we'll draw that card first. And then since I take 4 pulls, there will be at least 3 more to hopefully get us to the end of the game so that we can kick off in October with a fresh board, which would be very exciting. Book club stuff. So this is stuff I would like to try to get through if I could, like to add if I could, but is not necessary. So the book covered book club, which again, I'm a lackadaisical person, so I've been very lackadaisical with it. The prompt for September is a cover with people in silhouette or a silhouette of something. So I think that is what I will try to prioritize getting in here if I can. But the Buzzwordathon hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala is game words. So anything that feels like game-ish could work. There's a lot of leeway with that prompt, so I don't know. We'll see. I think that's it. Okay, let's just get going. That is a kitten tail. In fact, that is an Irwin kitten tail. I'm not going to try to move him, so we're just going to proceed as though his tail were an eldritch horror in LitLand, and we're just going to like hope it doesn't destroy us. If you've never seen this board before, then these are my cards. They were last shuffled, I think, at the start of the year, though it's been a hot minute. You can kind of see a little bit of a glare here, so let me get over here. Trollbridge cards for our end of the month pick, or in case I land on a rainbow, or, you know, if I'd wanted to cross a bridge. The pink cards are my cards for like these little guys here. And then the stuck squares are either punishments, like we'll have to pull one today, or these little dots. And then it's been a minute, but Wilbur, our little buddy, was last seen here. And we're gonna try to pick up where we left off and hope that we don't get sent back somewhere. So first things first, we have to pull for 1 punishment, because way back in April, even though I've had months and months to complete this, I still didn't finish 1 book. So, right, so our first pull number 1, and you've already seen this, but this is a first you see on YouTube. So this is actually like not that bad for a punishment pull, because, you know, I get a lot of amazing recommendations from watching YouTube videos, obviously. But it's a real roulette, because somebody could be doing the first thing I see on YouTube could be books I hated this month. So for transparency's sake, here is what comes up instantly on my subscriptions. So the Cliterature Book Club live show from Steph Loves is live, but they were reading Indigo Ridge this month, and I don't own any of Devney Perry's works. Then there's I Need to Study Sprints from Got a Thing for Things. But Got a Thing for Things also has a Reading All Hugo 2023 finalists vlog. So we're gonna see if that is, has any books that I own. Okay, just so you guys know that I'm not messing with you. You can see how very early into the video this is. And she is recommending, or has read already, Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. See, this is gonna be my pick. I know I have it somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. Also, if you haven't checked out her channel, I will link it down below, but Got a Thing for Things does an excellent TBR game with cute little falling pandas. It's kind of like Kerplunk, but with cute panda toys, and I love watching it every single month. So please go check out her channel. She also does really good recommendations and just has like a really chill vibe at her channel. So highly recommend in general, but thank you for helping me pick Legends and Lattes. In her video, she doesn't really talk a ton about this, I don't think, because she's already read it. But I'm still gonna count it because it's the first thing that came up in her video, and I do own it. Pull number 2. Oh, that makes things pretty easy. That's Red times 2. Boop. Boop. So I literally just have to pull the next card. As long as it doesn't send me back somewhere, I'll have won the game, which would be great. Don't you think? You're way too invested right now. Hey, you'll love to see it on this channel. It is a Red times 2, which means that that is 2 romance picks. And it also gets us really close to the end of the game. So we might not have to do the full 4 pulls, which would be kind of nice. Because I've just been vibing these last couple of months, which has been nice. So it was an accidental break from YouTube and the game, but it was like, it helped me get excited again for doing this. But let me see, I do have, my most recent video is my updated Romancing the Tarot TBR. So I think I'm gonna try to get 1, if not more of those onto the TBR so I can actually keep the forward momentum going with that series. Yeah, let me think about that. So I think the easy pick for me is gonna be You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akweke Emezi. But this is part of my Romancing the Tarot TBR. It's also just a really exquisite edition of this book that even has like a little ribbon in it. So what I know about this book, I feel like I've been able to remain like mostly spoiler free, but this is Akweke Emezi's like first romance, like in like deliberately publishing in the genre sense. But I also know that this is a ex's dad, I think. I shouldn't say I know and then say I think at the end, but I believe this is an ex-boyfriend's dad, but that it's more complicated than that, that it's a little bit more forbidden and like that there might be some like grief and more complicated feelings involved. But the cover's beautiful. And we all know I'm a sucker for a beautiful cover around here. So I'm excited to add this to the TBR. So this is selection 1 for the 2 romances. And I don't have a like physical copy, but I do have an ebook copy of my next pick, which is also from my Romancing the Tarot video. And that's gonna be Prime Minister by Ainsley Booth and Sadie Holler. It's a thing. And it's also a BDSM romance. In this case, there's also a bit of taboo going on, I believe, because it's, you know, the Prime Minister and his new like intern or secretary, I can't remember which, but the whole series has like BDSM elements to it because it's about these like each friend in the friend group gets their own book, and they're all kind of have different kinks, different tastes within BDSM, but are all kind of like united by that, as well as like long-term college friendship. So that is technically book 1 in the series. I read book 2 in the series by accident a couple of years ago from like a random subscription box moment. And ended up really liking it and have always wanted to go back. So I'm finally doing that. It will also help me advance my Romancing the Tarot TBR. Seems like a win. Pull number 3? Yeah, pull number 3. Hey, 1 purple. And that means... Wait, I put this in the wrong spot. Put that here. And then just boop. A big boop for a big end of game. Not too bad. Hey, this is great. Okay, pull number 3 actually got us the dub. I was just a little worried because like the red ended us right at the end, but also you never know with this game. It's done me dirty before you've watched it happen. So this is a great card to end our game of Litland on. This is 1 purple, which purple is my miscellaneous category. So it means I can read basically anything that isn't part of my like core 6. So romance, historical, young adult, fantasy and sci-fi, nonfiction, and miscellaneous. Girl, duh, it's right in front of you. So yeah, one of these. And I think I'm gonna take it easy on myself here. We will also be doing a little giveaway because that's my promise to you every time I finish this dang thing. For those of you who stick with me for my absences. So let me go pick my miscellaneous pick and then we'll come talk about giveaway stuff. All right, so I think I'm gonna go very easy on myself with this miscellaneous pick and go with a little like comic graphic novel situation. I have heard such excellent things about this though. This is The Many Deaths of Layla Starr by Ram V and Felipe Andrade. But like the color palette of this cover, oh, so good. So basically I'm gonna read a couple of sentences from the back cover of this because it's such a gripping premise. And I love that it's just a self-contained little volume. But humanity is on the verge of discovering immortality. As a result, the avatar of death is cast down to earth to live a mortal life in Mumbai as a 20-something Layla Starr. Struggling with a newfound mortality, Layla has found a way to be dropped in the time and place where the creator of immortality will be born. Will Layla take her chance to stop mankind from permanently altering the cycle of life, or will death really become a thing of the past? This is so cool! This is such a cool premise! And the art's really awesome, like, let me try to find something that's not super spoilery so I don't spoil myself. But like just the color palette is like a very early set of panels. The color palette is right up my alley. The premise is really cool and I've heard excellent things about it. So I think this is a great way to cap off our TBR. Okay, so she looks a little anemic as far as TBRs go, but she's really not because all I have to show for it are these 2 physical books. I will find my copy of Legends and Lattes. We're also reading that. And then we are also reading Prime Minister, which is an ebook that I own, but 4 books total, which is an excellent goal for September. But the ones I have here in my hand are You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Kweke Emezi and The Many Deaths of Layla Starr by Ram V and Felipe Andrade. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to go look up how they say their name. This would normally be the time of the video where I would pull a Troll Bridge card for us so that we could do something together. But in this case, the something we're gonna be doing together is the giveaway. So just like normal, I do this every single time where I have like kind of wishes 3 of you to let me know how you would like to participate in the giveaway. So first, you know, subscribe, please. I'd like to continue growing my channel. So if you aren't already, please subscribe to be, you know, part of the giveaway. Leave me a comment that will have 2 very important details in it from you to me. So the first is tell me how the heck I can reach you, whether it's your Twitter handle or your Instagram. I will not reach out via email, folks. So Instagram DMs or Twitter DMs, or I guess X now, but whatever. And the third thing is I would really like you to tell me a book that I should prioritize in October because I am very excited for building my TBR in October with a whole new game of Litland, and I would love to hear from you all what you think I should be reading in October. And I will try to get at least a couple of those recommendations into my TBR next month. So as always, thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a fantastic reading day or night, and I'll see you the next time I see you. Bye.
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down.